Hi, as part of our work of representing the voice of business, I am delighted to welcome you to this, a new video series entitled Talking Thames Valley. We've invited respected journalist Andrew Peach to have conversations with a selection of our members who represent industries across the wider region and businesses large and small. They're going to share their stories of the challenges and opportunities that they and their clients are facing. And also we're going to be using it as part of our wider campaign to ensure that in an election year that the Thames Valley business community is recognised for its contribution to the wider challenges that the UK faces. Sit back and enjoy.
So tell me who you are and what you do.
Hi, Andrew. Yeah, I'm Jim Reay. I'm from Syngenta. I work in their R&D division and I'm head of capability development. So I'm looking at the future strategic capabilities we need in our R&D organisation.
One thing that really strikes me about the economy around here is that you've got massive global corporations like Syngenta operating alongside SMEs, providing for the local community. Give me just a sense of how that works in the economy around here.
Yeah, so obviously Syngenta, we are a major life sciences company, and we're performing in Bracknell and research on major global challenges. In our case, it's around sustainable food production and also reducing the greenhouse gas emissions globally associated with food production, both of which are major challenges for humankind. But of course, we can't do that on our own. We've got over 1,000 people at our Gellets Hill site north of Bracknell. But equally, we need to be working with smaller companies, everything from consultancies to academic groups, in order to really come together and innovate in the world in a way that the world needs.
And how would you characterise the state of the economy in the Thames Valley right now?
So I think in the Thames Valley, there's a sense of being in a kind of waiting pattern, a holding pattern. Every business, I think, in the Thames Valley sees imperatives, and yet we're in a place where we need national government and local government to both be decisive, to really champion inward investment, to streamline some of our policies and processes, to make planning more attractive, to really become those champions that will enable growth of businesses, small and large.
And when you talk about the holding pattern, is that about waiting for a general election before anything can be decided to see who's running the country, or what? Why are we in a holding pattern?
So I think it's obviously been a difficult year in terms of high interest rates, and that's deferring some investments. But yet the context, what is the industrial strategy for Britain? In our case, the engineering biology strategy. What does that mean? When is that going to be translated from a concept into action? What does that mean in terms of international competitiveness and attracting investment into Berkshire? Our own industry, we have our traditional products, some of the sort of synthetic crop protection products, where we continue to invest in those and use new techniques like artificial intelligence to improve how we do them. But then we've got new technologies like our biologicals range, which is based on microbes or RNA, or even plant extracts. And there we've got revolutionary new technology platforms that we want to establish in Berkshire. And we think that there's a revolution both in digital technologies, but also in biological understanding and the biological technologies. And you know, we believe that in the Thames Valley, we're uniquely placed to bring both of those together and build something quite special, but without having clarity of what the future is going to bring, what the national strategy, but also the unique value add of the Thames Valley. All of that needs to come together to support us in investing here, because the international competition is fierce. Other jurisdictions would like this kind of technology platform.
Yes, I was going to say, I mean, your competition as an organisation is with, you know, people who are operating in different parts of the world. What support do you need to keep the UK and the Thames Valley competitive?
So yeah, I would say it's very much this attractive policy and regulatory framework that's enabling for business and enabling for investment. I think there's a piece here definitely around a faster and more attractive planning process, but then also highly energized local and national government who are really looking to champion growth, attracting and incentivizing inward investment as needed.
How do you get the ear of politicians? And it's a particularly wide range of politicians you need the ear of at the moment, because who knows who's going to be running the country in a few months' time. As a big business, how do you go about trying to influence and inform politicians who are making the decisions that have such an impact on you?
Well, I think it's helpful being part of the chamber, of course. It gives us a collective voice. I think it's very important as a region. We understand what we stand for, what are the things we as business leaders believe will make a difference, and how do we project that in a unified way towards both Westminster but also to our local politicians. And then being a place of national significance in terms of the research it does, we have the pleasure and the privilege to have both a good working relationship with the local MPs, and we're grateful for their support, but also ministers, whether that's the DEFRA minister or the science minister.
And just give me a bit more on what the Chamber is able to do. How can Thames Valley Chamber of Commerce take your voice and the voices of other businesses around here and funnel what you need to the people making the decisions?
Well, I think the first thing is around really helping us, whether we are businesses, whether we're academic institutions, whether we're actually local authorities, but actually help crystallize that ecosystem, if you like, in the Thames Valley, crystallize around a strong brand for the region. What are we known for? What do we stand for? What are the opportunities we see? I think that's a really powerful thing that the Chamber can help us crystallize. And then there's this piece around advocating strongly and urgently for the policy changes that we need, the strategies to enable growth and sustainable prosperity. Right? Because without prosperity, of course, we can't share the wealth. And then lastly, I think the creating linkages across the region. We're very heterogeneous. We've got small and big players. We've got experts in different niche areas. And I think the Chamber can look across that and bring us together to see the power of being unified, and also help us, frankly, do business more locally.
A lot of the challenges that you're trying to meet as a business are driven by climate change, by the sound of it, by the changing environment and how we respond to that. Without giving away any state secrets, what's the most exciting thing that Syngenta is working on at the moment?
So I think that if you look at all of the technologies that we look at, and it's all to do with helping farmers, right? How can we help them gather data? How do we help them use that data more efficiently? So whether that's selecting a new seed variety that will perform better for them, or helping them with an agronomical protocol. So how do they grow it better? How do they protect that crop from a pest? Yeah, a couple of specific examples. We have a hybrid wheat variety coming out in the next 12 months, which should allow farmers in Britain, for example, to get significantly more yield from a wheat crop.
So a lot of the challenges that you're meeting as a business are driven by climate change. Obviously, there'll be all sorts going on in R&D at Syngenta. I just wonder what the thing that's most exciting is that's happening in the company at the moment.
So for us, I think it's got to be the digital revolution, right? It's revolutionizing how we do R&D. So we do thousands of field trials all around the world, whether that's in Brazil or Bangladesh or here in Berkshire. And we gather that data in a different way, and that transforms how we do R&D. But the reason why it's really exciting is for our customers, all of this data allows them to make much better choices. What seeds do they, what crops do they grow? And then what seed varieties do they choose? And then how do they protect it in the field for the best yield with the minimum impact on the planet?
Jim, good chatting. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Andrew.